Welcome to the Vibe's channel on the internet. Today we got another fan-made challenge. This one is the Corrupt President Challenge, where we just have to become presidents and pick all the worst choices, basically. You know, take bribes, don't pay attention to the fans or anything like that. So off camera, I just decided to become president of South Africa. This version of Drupus Johnson wasn't born in America. She was actually born in South Africa. So why not just become president of South Africa? There's no country requirement for this challenge. Doesn't really matter. So first thing we could do in our first year as president is review a law. What? We can't review a law right now. I already did a rally. You know what? Corrupt president. We're terrible, so we're gonna pick the lowest amount of budget possible. There we go. No one cares. Actually, you know what? I still want to go for like full 8-year terms, so I kind of want to get some good supports. They just don't know I'm corrupt. You know what I'm saying? I mean, after all, in real life, the most corrupt politicians of all of them are the ones that seem super nice on the surface. I think that's all we can do for now, but oh my gosh, look at all these categories here for presidents. I mean, I haven't been president in a while, so I kind of forgot. All right, good. Golf is at 0%. That's all we really care about. Let's just age up 1 year now. All right, so this law says ban people from using Photoshop on application photos. Okay, so in real life, I would obviously veto that because I love freedom. But this is the corrupt president, and we're supposed to be terrible, so let's just pass that. While attending a fancy charity dinner for cancer research, you notice that the catering company is dumping leftover foods into the pond behind the property. Well, let's just ask to have some of those. There we go. Let's just make sure we do a rally so that no one really cares about what we did at that private restaurant. While walking outside during a trip in Canada, a group of protesters recognize you, then ask you to join in their protest to raise the country's minimum wage. Okay, so in real life, the fact is that lower minimum wage is better because that's when people like you or me can just start a business without ridiculous amounts of money, and we're able to pay our employees reasonable amounts. It's actually super corrupt to want to raise minimum wage because only the super huge corporations and businesses can afford that, and it would force all of the small business owners like out of business, right? So obviously let's join them or communicate with government officials. Alrighty, next one. We just got a report from the Director of National Defense asserting an immediate threat of alien invasion by little green creatures wearing short shorts and muscle tees. Okay, so I'm pretty sure like in the government they have to take all threats seriously. Like I guess there's gonna be some people dressed up in alien shirts, so you know what, let's just prepare for that invasion. I honestly could not tell which one was the more corrupt option for that one, so I just picked whichever one I wanted. So next up, law review. All right, we got one this time. All right, start an engineering program at each school. Engineering is a very good field to get into, so I'm definitely gonna veto that one. Okay, so this one says the spread of an unknown virus has taken the world by storm. The nation's health officials have asked what precautions will you be taking in the wake of this crisis. All right, we already know the answer to this one. Definitely the mandatory quarantine. But next one here, you're winding down at night in your office and you want to read one of the reports you received from your aide. I have no clue for this one, so you know what, I'm just gonna pick the third one. Alrighty, next law review here. Require all citizens to thank someone daily. If we're being corrupt, that's definitely a pass. Alrighty, a video is circulating on social media that shows you dropping a piece of trash onto the ground. People across the nation are questioning how an elected politician could be so careless about the environment. You know what, here, let's just increase the fine for littering. A trusted advisor is recommending you increase the education budget by 30%. She says it may hurt the economy in the short term, but it will prove to be significantly beneficial to your nation in the long run. And this is one of those ones where I can't tell which one is the more corrupt option here. So I'm just gonna say increase budget by 30%. Alrighty, so we ended that term with an 87% approval rating. Isn't that crazy? I think that's the highest I've ever had for president. We chose all the worst options, but our approval rating is the highest. I think the options that you pick do actually matter. I've actually been playing around with this, and I think when you choose certain options, they do increase the approval rating at the bottom. So let's run for re-election here. Education, I've been doing that this whole time all the way up. $1 billion budget. Treat him with respect, and while watching television one evening, you discover that your opponent's has started a smear campaign against you, claiming that you smit when you were younger. I'm just gonna say yes, I did right there. Drupus Johnson has no shame whatsoever. While listening to your opponent's response during the debate, he makes a comment that you know is an outright lie. All right, so this is another one where obviously the top one is not the right answer for being corrupt, but either of the bottom three should be good. So I'm just gonna interrupt right there, and oh wow, okay, cool. Okay, 87% approval rating and you lose your re-election? That makes no sense, BitLife. Come on now. That should be literally impossible because that means 87% of the country is voting for me, right? Like there's just like you can't have anyone else that's gonna beat that. But anyways, we were corrupt for 4 years there. I did my best. But that's gonna be it for today. Remember, I could be anyone. I love you guys so much. Peace out. Road to 20K.